Good morning, students of Saraswati Mandir, Barbachana Betiya Commerce section. Today we analyze the last segment of the chapter planning in business studies, and in previous video we read about limitation of planning, features of planning, and various types of planning: a standing plan or single-use plan. In this video, we are going to analyze that what is plan and in which form we see the plan in different organizations, and what should be the step of planning or forms of planning. Actually, planning is in various forms in any organization or in every organization, and that plan is general guidelines towards achieving a certain goal and objective. Thus, objective, the first type of form of plan is objective, and it is also the first step of plan. Objective, it refers to the desired future position. Objective is a type of plan. When we decide any objective in our life or in our organization, at any group of people, that objective were decided only by various study and the available resources, and due to this, objective is itself a type of plan. It refers to the defined future position that an organization seeks to reach. They are that ends of managerial activity and the base for controlling. They are framed by the top management. So objective is a type of plan, and it is a very first step of plan, and every firm is decide the objective and arrange its all activity towards that objective. That is objective, and thus objective is state as a plan. Objective itself a plan, because objective what get completed or achieved through a various certain activities within an organization. Second word, strategy. Strategy is also a type of plan. Strategy, it is a comprehensive plan, and there are two types of objective, maybe setting for a particular strategy: long-term objective and particular course of action. Particular course of action is also known as a strategy towards a certain situation or to handle a certain problem. Allocating resources. The third dimension of a strategy plan, that when we plan a strategy and a strategy were adopted, then the available resources were most deciding factor in that strategy. So allocating resources, particular course of action, and long-term objective were set under a strategy, and a strategy also a outcome of certain activities and a group of activities which is made towards a certain goal or work. Third is policy. जैसे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी होती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी होती है, कोई इंडिविजुअल व्यक्ति भी कहते हैं कि इट्स माय पॉलिसी. तो पॉलिसी इज आल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ प्लान. It is a general guideline that defines the boundaries. It means that policy always, it is a rule, a type of certain things which we adopted in our life and which is adopted by an organization towards either it is a policy of profit making, huge market sharing, or maximum social benefits. The policy may be different for different organization, but it is important that policy is all about a bundle of certain rule and regulation which we follow within our life and within an organization to achieve a certain goal. Thus, the policy is also a type of plan, and it is a plan because it's formulated to achieving a certain goal. The fourth is procedure. It describes the exact manner in which a certain activity is to be performed. Procedure means जैसे कि हम लोग ने मेथड स्टडी पढ़ा था प्लानिंग में कि मेथड स्टडी देयर आर वेरियस मेथड्स in which we have to be adopt most appropriate method. same as the procedure may be different to complete a certain work, and procedure is also specific activities which is performed to achieve that certain goal, and that certain activities is planned in a planned way, that certain activities were completed and done, and due to this procedure also assume as a type of plan. And procedure, there are different procedure were adopted in different organization to complete a certain work. At last, fifth method study. As we know that method state any particular way to complete a certain work, and method may be different, which is method adoption of method to complete a certain goal, and that is the alternative ways, alternative methods are available, and we have to be study those alternative methods and select one most appropriate method to get that complete that work. And the method is also assume as a plan to make or achieve a certain goal or make a certain thing. So method is also a plan, and method were based upon different cost and different timing. So different methods has their own role and own importance. And now we have to be see that which method is most appropriate for our organization and which method is adopted in a given circumstances, and that is most appropriate method which is effective and efficiently achieve the goal in within a time period and within the cost limit. नेक्स्ट है रूल्स. एज वी नो कि रूल्स सब जगह आप पाते हैं, स्कूलों में रूल्स होते हैं, हॉस्पिटल्स में रूल्स होते हैं. तो रूल्स क्या है? रूल्स इज अ बंडल ऑफ गाइडलाइंस, एंड दैट बंडल्स ऑफ गाइडलाइंस वो प्री प्लान्ड, प्री फॉर्मुलेटेड टू make discipline or either to achieve a certain goal in within an organization. So rules are also a type of plan which is formulated by top level of management within organization to achieve a certain goal regarding for example, in a school the disciplines were only came through a certain rules which is followed by everyone in schools and hospitals. There are different rules, but rules may be different, but their objective and their goal were certain. They achieve which they desire. So rules in every organization follow some rules, and those rules are bundles of guidelines, and those guidelines were adopted to achieve a certain goal. जैसे कि स्कूल में डिसिप्लिन को हम अचीव करने के लिए वो गाइडलाइंस जारी करते हैं, एंड एवरीवन हैव टू बी फॉलो. तो वो रूल्स भी क्या है? प्री प्लान्ड है, प्री फॉर्मुलेटेड है बाय टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट, एंड दस रूल आल्सो एज्यूम एज अ टाइप ऑफ प्लान. 7. प्रोग्राम. प्रोग्राम, एज वी नो दैट प्रोग्राम किसी भी तरह के प्रोग्राम हो सकते हैं, इवेंट्स हो सकते हैं, एंड दोज ऑल प्रोग्राम्स जो होती है, कंप्यूटर में भी सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोग्रामिंग होती है. तो सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोग्रामिंग किसी वर्क को कंप्लीट करने के लिए सॉफ्टवेयर प्लानिंग होती है. कोई प्रोग्राम हम करते हैं तो उसमें भी हमारे गाइडलाइंस होते हैं, उसके स्टार्टिंग होते हैं, उसके एंड होते हैं, किस वे में वो प्रोग्राम कंप्लीट होगा, विच थिंग्स वर कंसिस्टेड बाय दैट प्रोग्राम. दिस ऑल थिंग्स वर प्री डिटरमाइंड एंड प्री formulated. Thus program is another type of plan, and it is also assumed in different organization, and every organization work on a certain programs. एंड जैसे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के भी बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम होते हैं रोजगार को लेकर, गरीबी को लेकर, और वो बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज को लेकर एक साथ और अपने लक्ष्यों के प्रति कार्य करते हैं. तो प्रोग्राम इज अनदर टाइप ऑफ plan, and it is also a type of plan, and which helpful to achieving a certain goal. Or plan gives us the direction towards that achieving goal. The last one is budget. Budget, as we know, that financial plan which is in a small organization or big organization or in a family, whether there is an organization group of people who work, there were some financial issues regarding cost and expenditure. Thus the financial plan financial systematic arrangement of finance to completion of work and various achieving various goals. So financial budget is a financial plan, and it is also formulated and predetermined before the financial year. Thus, a financial plan, it is a projection designed to expense and cost and expenditure, and thus it is a financial plan. So there here is 8 type of plans, and or we can say the forms of plan, and in this way we in different organization what plans were adopted in various organization, and they work effectively and efficiently to achieve the goals. And as we know that at last we can state that planning is everything which is predetermination of what to do and how to do in a given circumstances to achieve a certain goals, what should be the guidelines, what should be the activities consisted of that plan that plan. It's all what called plan, because without plan we can't live on this earth, because we live in within an organization or society. Then we must have to adopt some plan to survive our lives and achieve our livelihood, towards our education, towards our health facilities, everything going to be based upon plan. So plan is an essential part of any organization, and plan is the very initial, essential and important function of management. And without planning we also can't live our lives. तो अभी जीवन में जो है प्लान का बहुत महत्व है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्लान का बहुत महत्व है, और प्लान एक इम्पॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है मैनेजमेंट का और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, और इसके बिना हम सर्वाइवल की कल्पना नहीं कर सकते हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, some question were based upon this chapter were sent to you to make as a homework, and you also make the notes of this chapter in your homework fair book, and also remember this because in several years in board examination they were asked the different types of plans, like policy or procedure के बारे में पूछ देता है, मेथड और रूल्स के बारे में पूछ देता है कि मेथड्स को एज ए टाइप ऑफ प्लान डिस्क्राइब करिए, रूल्स को एज ए टाइप ऑफ प्लान डिस्क्राइब करिए. So you all have to make the notes of this chapter, and also remember it. Till then, bye. Stay home, safe home. Okay.